I looked at the film, and what came to my mind is the best quarterbacks in the league. They take what the defense gives them, and I was trying to force things. Being a little bit inexperienced, going in there, and I was just trying to force the ball downfield rather than take the underneath routes, take what they were giving me. And so I learned a lot about things that I can do going forward, just with what the defense is giving me, and looking at my keys, making the throws that I need to make.
Did you feel pressured to fire the ball down the field, or did you almost feel like you guys had to come back and you had to get a lot of these deep ball passes?
Yeah, and with the play calling as well, a lot of them were to take shots, or in my mind, those are the plays that we take shots with. And so, yeah, I was trying to force the ball down the field. I mean, we're down by 15, I think at one point even almost 21 points. And so I wanted to make the big play for my team when in reality all we needed was drives to build momentum and get in a rhythm, which I don't feel like we ever established after that first drive out of the half.
Is there anything changed today with your offense for your skill set as opposed to Taysom?
No, it was 100% the exact same. Yeah, we acknowledge that our leader isn't going to be out on the field, but the game plan is essentially the same. We went through things the same way we would do it as if Taysom was here, and we're going to go forward and play BYU football.
Do you think you'll run that zone read, which he was so good at, that zone read? Are you going to run that as much?
Well, let's just say I won't be hurtling over two guys into the end zone for touchdowns. But yeah, I'll be running the zone read. I'll more than likely give the ball more than Taysom would, but that'll open up running lanes more for me when I do decide to pull it.
Realizing obviously the circumstances around it, this has to be though exciting for you to get this opportunity, right?
Yeah, of course you never want to start at someone else's expense or because they, went down to a season-ending injury. But for me, this is my dream. I grew up going to BYU football games with my dad. I've always wanted to be the starting quarterback here, and it's a dream come true. And now I'm ready to take the helm and lead this team to victories.
So, you get the start. Did Robert and has he pulled you aside, and what kinds of things has he said to you now that you are taking this team as the starter?
I haven't as much talked to Coach Anai as I've talked to Coach Mendenhall, and he's just expressed his sincere confidence in me, and he knows that I can do it, and he expressed that to the team today in front of everybody, that I am the guy. I'm the leader of this offense now, and everybody has faith in me, and it builds my confidence even more, knowing that everyone surrounding me has that confidence, and I'm excited to see what we do.
You did get a lot of reps through fall camp. I mean, you've had a lot of reps. They gave you a lot of time. They thought this day may come. Do you feel ready?
I do feel ready, 100%. I am confident, and I'm excited to play football.
Did you talk to Taysom in the last 48 hours?
Yeah, I went over and saw him yesterday. He seems to be in good spirits, all things considering. Taysom, he's a very resilient person, and I know that he'll be back in no time. It's a 4 to 6 month recovery from what I understand, but he'll be there coaching me, being on the sideline, being that support that I could use. And honestly, I really missed that on the sideline on Friday night. When Taysom comes off the field, I'll come up to him and express things that I saw or talk to him about his reads and what he's seeing. And I didn't really have that on Friday, and I kind of wish I did, looking back in hindsight. Just someone to keep me level-headed and keep me seeing the right things on the field. And I'm excited going forward to have Taysom there with me on the sideline.
What's the best thing Jason Beck's told you the last 24 hours?
That I'm the guy, and I'm fully capable, and he's confident in my abilities, and it just really builds me up knowing that I have a coach that believes in me and my capabilities.
Has he asked you what you feel most comfortable doing? Like, is there a set of plays or
Yeah,
routines?
so he asked me go through each formation and just shoot me a text of your 4 or 5 top plays that you like in each formation. And so I sent him over that text Saturday morning, just as I thought through my skill set and which plays I feel most comfortable with.
You obviously, a lot of pressure is put on a BYU quarterback, but when you look at the weapons you have around you, that has to be something that is somewhat of a settling feeling to know you've got guys around you that you don't have to do it all, right?
Yeah, that's a very relieving feeling, knowing that you've got Jamal, Algie, Paul, Adam Hine in the backfield, you've got Mitch. I mean, you got all these weapons, everybody's out there, and now I just need to go and perform, and I know that they're going to do their job, and we're going to do some exciting things.
Is it somewhat of a blessing in disguise to be able to play so quickly and not necessarily focus on what happened?
Yeah,
Or would you rather have the
honestly,
time?
no, I love it. I want to get back out on the field. I was laying in my bed till 3 a.m. Friday night, just wanting to be back on the field. There's nothing like that adrenaline rush, and I felt like I was starting to get into the groove of things, and so I'm just excited to get back on the field and play.
Central Florida has some good defenders. Their defense is pretty solid. What are you seeing from them in film, and do you feel like you guys can take advantage of a few things out there?
Yeah, so they don't bring a ton of pressure. They have a good front four, and so we're looking just to exploit the underneath routes. They give up a lot of shorter throws and the intermediate passes, and so we're really looking to exploit that. And also with our run game, we feel like if they're not bringing pressure, we should be able to run the ball fairly effectively, which then should open up down the field passes. But honestly, what they do isn't changing what we do. We're BYU. We have an identity. Our offense does, and we're going forward with that identity.
Do you think they'll bring a little bit more heat, knowing that this will be your first start? Maybe it'll change things up? Be prepared for that?
I have obviously thought of that and tried to prepare for that, but I'm fine if they bring more heat because that just opens up more passing lanes for me and just getting the ball out quick. So we'll be prepared for whatever they bring at us, but honestly, I don't think it'll change what we do.
Thanks, Christian.